Michael, I was asking you before the interference on the line. There was a phenomenal development today at Augusta. 14-year-old grade 8 player from China. He's the youngest golfer ever to compete at the Masters. He looked more like a veteran, didn't he?
Well, I don't know that we want to say he looked like a veteran, but shooting a 73 in his first round with all the nerves that must have been present. For me, the most impressive part is this course is playing 7,500 yards. I mean, there's no way the kid has the length and the power to keep up with these best players in the world, and clearly he did. 73 on this tough course is a truly remarkable story, being at 14 years old. Marty, what were you doing when you were 14 years old? Guessing you weren't playing in the top golf tournament in the world. It's mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling. He made a 15-footer from off the green to birdie his final hole. And, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's one of the great stories that I can remember in golf. And, who knows where this kid could end up. I know there's always, you don't want to pressure him at 14 and that sort of thing. But here he is in the Masters doing it.
Yeah, coming from a tennis background like I have, I see, you see lots of kids who show tons of potential, and then they just kind of phase out a little bit. I'm not suggesting by any stretch that that's going to happen with this kid, because he can absolutely continue to get better and better. But being good at 14 is not a shoo-in to being a 10-time major winner. I see him as a guy who's going to be very, very impressive in the coming years. But a lot still needs to go his way for him to win a major championship and to have a ranking inside the top 10 in the world. The odds are that that's probably going to happen because he's so good at this age. And if the coaching continues to be where it's at for him, he will continue to get better and better as time goes on.
He's the Asia Pacific Amateur Champion, and he still has to make the cut, but he could set another record as the youngest player to make the cut at the Masters if he plays like he did today, tomorrow. And, we don't know if that'll happen. I've seen youngsters have I've seen veterans have great rounds one day. As you mentioned, Garcia does it sometimes. He plays lousy the next day. So there's no guarantee that Tianlang Guan is going to make the cut. But if he does, Michael, if he makes the cut, would this not be one of the sports stories of the year if he does well?
Absolutely. And to make the cut, my guess is I think the cut's going to be even par. I think somebody, one of those two guys at -6, or maybe somebody at -5, Dustin Johnson's at -5. There's a whole slew of guys at 4 and 3. I think someone's going to get it to 10 under tomorrow. Not on the day, but for the tournament, which means the cut would be even par. Anybody within 10 shots of the lead automatically makes the cut. So I'm suggesting this kid's going to have to shoot 71 tomorrow to make the cut, and I don't see that happening. In fact, I think that's a real long shot for him to come back the day after a great round, which for him is 73. I think he's going to shoot more like 75, 76, 77 tomorrow.